What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. I know this video is a little bit later than my normal video. I try to release them on Sunday morning, or at least that's what I have been doing for the last few weeks. But it's been a very, very busy weekend. Honestly, I wasn't actually sure if I was going to be making a video at all this weekend. All day Friday, I was out filming a wedding. And then for 13 hours yesterday, I was editing the film for the wedding. So like I said, it's been a very busy weekend. I've kind of just been wanting to relax a little bit. But YouTube doesn't stop, so I wanted to get a video out for you guys. Even a short video is better than nothing. Keep you guys in the loop and keep you guys entertained. And of course keep myself in the YouTube algorithm so they don't kick me out if I don't upload for a week, because that's kind of the YouTube game. So I wanted to get a quick video out for you guys to give you guys an update. I actually have a lot of parts in right now, a lot of projects on the table. Now I just need to find the time to do them all, but it's some pretty awesome stuff. I got a sponsorship from a company for a very, very big part that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I didn't think it was going to happen for quite a while, but awesome company decided to step up and help out with the channel, so that's super exciting. That'll be coming in the very near future, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I won't spoil the surprise quite yet, but the focus of today's video is going to be on cosmetics of the truck. If you guys have been around the channel for quite a while, some of you guys might know that I built a custom set of headlights for this truck. And they weren't anything crazy, but I installed or opened them up and installed the cool little LED rings and stuff inside the headlights so they can light up any different color. And they're cool. I really like them, but I think it's time for a bit of a change again. A couple things about them, or a couple things about that headlight build that I'm not happy with. Probably the biggest one is that the light output is just terrible. I tried it with normal bulbs, I tried it with LED bulbs, and for whatever reason it's just not good, and it really gets annoying. For those of you that have seen my fog light video going over my rigid fog lights, you get to see just how bad the actual headlights are, especially in comparison to a nice bright fog light. If you haven't checked out that video, I'd highly recommend you checking it out. So that's probably my number one reason why I want to redo the headlights on the truck. And two, I like the LED rings. They're super cool. They're unique. I don't not like them, but it's kind of one of those things that I don't use hardly ever anymore. I try not. They serve their purpose very well, and they draw a lot of attention to the truck, which is cool. Except they're drawing everybody's attention, including law enforcement. I'm not saying I break the laws or whatever, but I don't necessarily want to draw old blues' attention more than I need to. I don't need to give them any more reasons to be looking at me. So I think I've decided to go away from the cool LED rings and just go back to a more normal looking headlight. And I just don't use them very much anymore because of that reason. I'm not bashing on them at all. I still think they're really cool, and if you have them on your rig or you think they're cool, sweet, because they are pretty awesome. I'm just ended up going a different route. So I'll show you guys what my headlights look like now, and then I'll show you guys the new set of headlights that I'm going to be putting in the truck. Here you go, kind of through my brush guard. But I have the 05 to 07 headlights in these truck, nice tinted lens, and as you can see inside of it, you can actually see all of the different LEDs and the LED rings. And then, other than that, it's just a normal reflector housing. I ended up, instead of buying the new header panel, I ended up trimming out the inside of it, and it worked out pretty well. When I put in the new headlights, I'll probably do a little more trimming or adjusting, and I might end up just getting the whole new header panel, so it all bolts in cleanly and it's done right. We'll see. I haven't decided on that yet. But these are the old headlights. Honestly, I think they look pretty darn good, but I'm just not happy with the light output of them. And as winter is getting closer and closer, I'm going to be doing basically all my driving to and from work in the dark. So some of you guys may laugh at this a little bit, but technically you're not supposed to run your fog lights like normal running lights. It is in most states illegal. Here in Oregon, where I live, you're supposed to treat your fog lights like you are high beams. And so I was kind of along the same lines as you guys, like, oh, whatever, everybody runs their fog lights. It's not a big deal. I will say I have been pulled over now for running my fog lights. They were a little bit out of adjustment, so the cutoff was probably a little high, but they are just crazy bright, and so they do draw more attention. So I did get pulled over for running my fog lights, and to be completely honest, I don't feel very safe running my truck at night with just these headlights because they're not very bright, and I can't see as far out as I would like to be able to see. And so, since I'm going to be driving every single day, morning and night, in traffic, I don't want to have to be running my fog lights full time. To me, I'm just waiting to get pulled over again. So the only other option now is to get a better set of headlights in the truck, and that's kind of the goal of this project. So there you go. You can kind of understand my reasoning behind all this. I'm sure, or hopefully you guys understand. If not, I'm going to do it anyways because it's my rig and it's what I want to do. But I'll show you guys the new headlights now. Yes, I did already open them. I didn't include you guys in unboxing, but technically it's kind of the same thing. So here's your guys' unboxing. I wanted to make sure, I knew I was going to be a little bit before I was able to get around to doing this, so I wanted to make sure they were in good shape in case I needed to return them. But let's open them up. See what they look like. I'm sure when I undo this or take this off, many of you guys will recognize the style of headlights that these are. There you go. I ended up going, instead of going back to the tinted route, I wanted to try the Harley Davidson style headlights. They are extremely popular both in the 05 to 07 trucks and on the people that retrofit these trucks. So there they go. I decided I wanted to try it out. Same company I got the other ones from, and for the most part I've been extremely happy with the other ones on build quality and everything. But you guys may be asking, why would I end up going with the same headlight if the reflector housing in it seems to be garbage on my other headlights? That is a critical part of this build and what is going to completely set it apart from everything else. So for this build, I'm going to be doing having my very first attempt at installing a retrofit for HID projector headlights. For those of you that don't know, that's basically what is standard on most new vehicles nowadays, where it is an HID bulb inside a projector housing that is just crazy bright, and it has a very, very clean, crisp cutoff line as the light pattern itself. I'll show you guys, or I'll insert a little bit of a picture here so you can kind of get what I'm talking about. But there you go. That's what I am. That's my goal for this headlight build. It is going to be a build. It is the first time ever doing this for myself. I'm super excited, a little nervous because it's not exactly cheap doing this. But that being said, I did end up going a more budget-friendly route for two reasons. The first reason is it's my first time, so chances of me messing up are much higher, and if I mess up, I don't want it to be a huge financial mistake. Second reason is I want to give you guys a realistic idea of what a budget build can actually be. I know a lot of people out there see all these cool things online and like, man, that seems really awesome, but I don't want to pay for that. So I wanted to give you guys a good idea of just how good or bad a budget build could be for this style of headlight. Now, I don't think it's going to be bad. If I can do it right, I think it's going to be awesome. It may not be the Morimoto projector, god of all projector headlights, but I think it would be a million times better than what it's at now, and it'll be for a fraction of the cost. So, I'm super excited to get started on these. That being said, there is one more thing I need to get done, or I want to get done before I get going on this. Now, unfortunately, this is something that I've been putting off for quite a while. It's not really something I'm that excited to do, but it's something I want to do before installing these projector headlights. For any of you guys that are somewhat familiar with projector headlights know that you have to run auxiliary power to the headlights, and so what that means is it's another power cable going to the batteries, and it's just another one of those random wires hanging off your battery terminals that, at least to me, looks terrible. So something I've been planning on doing for quite a while is actually building a fuse block and relay block for my truck. Any of you guys not familiar with this, it's basically an extra fuse panel that you can run power wires onto that's not running straight off your batteries. And I mean, technically it's running off your batteries, but it's not a whole bunch of wires hanging off your battery terminals. The relay block that I want to build is so I can have auxiliary switches inside my truck, and it's just like the uplifter switches of the new Super Duties. That's the kind of system I'm going to be going with or trying to install in my truck. Mainly, it's just one of those things that helps clean things up and doing it right. I know most auxiliary lights that you buy nowadays come with a whole wiring harness and everything, a relay included. But that being said, every single auxiliary light you add, that's a whole nother big bulky harness that just isn't organized, and it bothers me. I don't know about you guys, but it bothers me having all that jumble of wires underneath the hood when it could be cleaner. Like I said, I'm not really looking forward to this wiring project. For those of you that have done wiring projects, you know that it is a tedious pain in the ass. But if you can do your wiring right on your truck and people don't see it, or people see it minimally, it makes a huge difference on what it actually looks like. And whether anybody else sees it, I know I'm going to see it, and it'll make me happier when it's all done and organized. So there's my motivation. So I'll kind of show you guys, I'm going to pop the hood, show you guys what I'm talking about, give you guys a rough idea of what I'm thinking in terms of the fuse block and relay block, and hopefully you guys will get a better idea of what I'm saying. Here we go, under the hood. There's my nice pretty blue intercooler piping. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. But this is what I was talking about right here. This mess drives me insane every single time I look at it, and just about every single aftermarket truck out there you see, their battery terminals look like this or worse. These wires might not seem terrible, they might not bother a lot of you guys, but for me I have a lot of auxiliary power coming off the batteries already, and there's a number of other things that I would still like to add. Like right now I have the power cable for my lift that you see right there to put my wheelchair in the bed of the truck. I have the power cable for my fog lights attached to it. I have the power cable for my amp steps attached to it. I will be adding another power cable for the projector headlight build attached to it. And on top of that, I would like to be adding more auxiliary lights to the truck, both in the rear of the truck for reverse lights, and maybe a light bar up front or a small light bar up front for off-road purposes. So this bundle of wires is only going to keep getting bigger. That's why I want to address this issue now, or I'm telling myself to address this issue now so I can just make it better in the long run. So I'm thinking the new fuse and relay block will fit well right back in that corner, kind of be tucked away out of the way and give it still a clean look, and then I'll just have one heavy duty power wire and ground wire running back to that corner, supplying the power and ground to the fuse block. I think it'll be a pretty simple system, should help clean up this mess a bit, and overall just make the truck look nicer. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that gives you kind of a bit of an idea of what I'm thinking about in terms of this build. Again, I do apologize for this video not being all that exciting. This has been a very, very busy weekend. Basically putting in close to 24 hours of work in the last 2 days. So hopefully you guys understand. If you're new here, not all my videos are like this. I do have some pretty exciting stuff, and I have a number of more exciting things coming for this truck. So if you are new here, I encourage you to subscribe. The videos will get more exciting, I promise. It's not all just me talking, although I do a lot of talking. So I'm pretty excited to get these headlights replaced. I will miss the halo rings, but like I said, I honestly just don't use them very much. Hardly ever nowadays. So it'll be time to get rid of them. I'm excited for these new headlights. They should make a very, very big difference, and I think they'll look pretty good on the truck. If you guys want to see a little bit more of an in-detailed or an in-depth video on me building the fuse and relay block, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to build it off camera and show you guys the installation of it. But if you guys want to see a little bit of more in-depth video on how to actually build a fuse and relay block, I think I can throw a video together like that. Just let me know. Wiring's one of those things that kind of takes some time to do right. It's not all that complicated, it just takes some time. So let me know if you want to see that, and I can try to do a little bit more of a detailed video for you guys. Yeah, like I said, I actually have a number of upgrades in the garage right now. These headlights are just kind of the start of it. So the next one after that should be a very, very big upgrade that will be, I'll say it's a performance upgrade, not a cosmetic. It's all performance. So it should be pretty freaking awesome. Not going to spoil that surprise yet, maybe in next week's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a lot of talking. This isn't exactly the kind of video I love making. Obviously I like doing stuff to my truck and doing modifications, but it takes time and money, and I was lacking a lot of time this weekend with other projects. So hopefully you guys understand. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. As always, if you like the video, leave it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I should be able to get back to everybody that does. It's a holiday weekend. Hopefully your guys' weekend has gone well already. Hopefully you guys have a good holiday tomorrow, or probably the day this video is going up. So hopefully you guys have a good holiday. I'll catch you guys on the next video.